Welcome to Money Management. This week, financial advisors appear to be feeling more positive about the world, and there's been a call for the FPA and the AFA to become a single association. First, here's your news roundup, brought to you by Securitor. The Financial Planning Association is creating a publicly available name and shame register of banned FPA members. FPA Deputy Chief Dean Sanders said there remain shortfalls in the banned and disqualified advisor registered administered by ASIC. Financial advisor Daniel Bramall emerged as the managing director of a new association he hopes will attract advisors not paid by financial institutions. Bramall said the Independent Financial Advisors Association of Australia had been formally incorporated and was courting members who meet the Corporations Act definition of independent and don't take fees dependent on product sales. Bramall's comments came as a list was published which asserted there were only 14 truly independent advisors in Australia. AIG sold its Asia Pacific life insurance business, AIA, to UK-based insurer Prudential for almost $40 billion. The cash proceeds of the sale, which includes the Australian business, will be used to repay AIG's debts to the US Federal Reserve. Research released by Standard & Poor's found index funds outperformed actively managed funds in both equities and bonds over 5 years, while acknowledging active managers had outperformed during 2009. The Minister for Financial Services, Chris Bowen, said the Financial Services Working Group is close to finalising new disclosure documents for superannuation, managed investments and margin loan products. Speaking at ASIC Summer School in Melbourne, Bowen said the documents would be only 6 pages long. Superannuation body ASFA raised concerns about the shortened documents, saying complex products cannot be explained so concisely. Melbourne-based trustee company State Trustees was ordered to pay $13.5 million in compensation to Westpoint investors. It's the fourth settlement initiated by ASIC to be approved by the Federal Court, following those with Masu Financial Management, PIS and Bongiorno Financial Advisors. ASIC took the major banks to task over the advertising of term deposits, pointing to a lack of disclosure and dual pricing. And the regulator was also busy on the banning front, prosecuting a Victorian woman operating a $2.5 million Ponzi scheme, while an insurance representative, also from Victoria, took a 10-year ban. And finally, industry players continue to jostle for position for the provision of financial advice. In a submission to the Cooper Review, the Commonwealth Bank argued financial advisors should be granted the same intra-fund advice relief offered to superannuation trustees. CBA said this would improve the superannuation system without compromising investor protection, as well as removing what it described as a regulatory imbalance. Meanwhile, key accountancy body CPA Australia argued accountants should be able to provide advice beyond the establishment of SMSFs. CPA Australia wants accountants to be able to provide strategic advice as opposed to product advice with regards to superannuation. In this week's Money Management, Mike Taylor reports advisors are feeling increasingly positive, with research conducted by Wealth Insights finding sentiment climbing back towards pre-crisis levels. Caroline Munro reports on the potential consequences for advisors flowing from the new Tax Agent Services Act, and the board of Matrix Planning Solutions has called on the FPA and the AFA to become a single association.
We believe that at the moment there's a fantastic opportunity for the associations to go into serious and constructive discussion about unifying, so that the associations themselves can come together, come out with a consistent message for the industry, for politicians, for the public at large. And we feel that simply moving quickly to replace the CEO presumes that the current status quo is acceptable, and Matrix doesn't believe at the moment that that status quo is acceptable.
For the full details on all those stories, see tomorrow's edition of Money Management. Thanks for joining us, and I'll see you again next week.